Hi guys, my name is Raúl Figueroa. I'm a member of the speaking group, and today I'm going to talk to you about the micro skills in teaching speaking. So, first of all, we need to know what is speaking, right? So, what is speaking? Speaking is the delivery of language to the mouth. Yes, because to speak we can create sound, we can use our body parts, or we can use gestures, but today we are focusing on the oral production, right? So, what are the micro skills? Micro skills are simple stages that learners need to master and naturalize in order to gather enough structures to produce an outgoing discourse. Yes, which means that you need some skills to keep a conversation with someone without pauses and things like that. Yes, so there are many micro skills, but I'm going to talk you about uh, some of them only. Uh, okay, one micro skill is that you need a number of lexical and grammatical patterns. Yes, to keep a conversation. Yes, if you forget one word, you you maybe can be like this, like because you don't know what to say. Yes, but if you know a lot of words, you can look for another way to say the things that you are trying to say. Yes, and we must be able to talk with other person regarding the cultural and linguistic standards on the country. Yes, if you are talking with an American about, I don't know, Trump, the President Trump, but you need to know at least a minimal part of that topic. Yes, you need to look for information and things like that. You need to be related to the country culture. Yes. Uh, okay. The other one is that you need to avoid the pauses like I'm doing. Yes, the thing is that you speak all the time without these pauses. And okay, so now you also need to pronounce the distinctive sounds of a language clearly, because if you speak too fast or you speak too low, but they are not going to understand you, right? So that includes making tonal distinctions. So so you need to speak very clear if you can, and use the correct vocabulary, because it's different when you are talking with your friends and when you are talking with your classmates, or a presentation like this, right? So you need to use the tonal intonation, because you need to make the main ideas of what you are talking about stands out from supporting ideas, right? So there are many activities that can help you to develop these micro skills, such as a monologue and communicative micro situations like an interview or asking questions. But the idea is that the students don't answer yes or don't. No, yes or no. The idea is that they create a full sentence for answer a question. Yes. To continue, I'm going to do a little activity. We are going to use the roulette, and the group has to do an activity, right? So let's check who are going to be the participants, and after that we are going to continue with Camilo. Thank you, guys.
Hey guys, so now we're gonna talk about just about macro skills. So we were just based on a PDF that we just uploaded on the wikis. So now I'm just gonna mention those abilities like traded in that PDF. So let's start with the first one: ability to report back to what was said, to confirm or reject. All right, guys. So basically, this is about how managing or developing um, a micro skill to handle reported speech. So, firstly, you have to understand what other people saying, and after that, you will have to like retell what they're saying. So basically, that's one of the micro skills. The other one is to provide relevant explanation. Here is something really important, as my parents said before. Lexical and grammatical knowledge is really important in this part because you just have to be clear because sometimes people is just really talkative but they're saying nothing, so you just have to be really clear, punctual, and that's it. um, Ability to speculate about causes and consequences. In here you have to handle a grammar topic that is called conditional, so you have to understand them clearly, and if you handle and well, basically you handle them, then there you are, Bob's your uncle, and then you get another micro skill. The other one, ability to express ideas. Well, ideas are really hard to express. Maybe there are some contexts that you don't know a lot of vocabulary about it, so you have to have a really wide vocabulary knowledge. The other one, ability to handle interjections. And here sometimes like people like to use interjection like yikes, oh my god, lol, something, things like that, and they like don't really sound natural. So you will know, you will need to know when, in what context to put it. So, right. The other one is ability to answer questions. Well, in here you will need to understand what other people is saying or asking, and then you will have to be focused on the the main information that they want they want you to answer. God. All right, the other one. Let's go faster. Ability to use appropriate register. Well, that's other one. Ability to provide personal opinion. Well, you have to be really responsible and be aware about what you're saying. Sometimes you could be misunderstood, so you will have to manage this language correctly and be careful about what you're saying. And well, that's it. Ability to weigh advantages and disadvantages. All right, and finally, ability to summarize given information. Well, summing up is really important because um, it's like synthesizing information. So basically, it's just getting the most important things from a speech or from whatever that you listen to, and sum up, summarize. So, well, that's it, guys.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. Thank you, Camilo, for your introduction. As he mentioned before, my name is Luisa Velasquez, and I'm here to talk about fluency. Fluency in English is a lifestyle choice, so I'm going to give you some tips to improve your fluency. I know sometimes we get frustrated because when we are learning like a new language, we want to talk very fast and fluent, but it's okay. We are learning and I'm here just to give you some tips that help you to improve fluency. Okay, so the first one is try to set realistic goals. For example, think about why do you want to study English? Why do you want to improve your English? If you want to travel or if you want to do a master degree or something like that. So just try to set times, make your own schedule and find a partner to study with. That'll help you a lot because that way you can talk with that person and it's like for example you can say okay let's study like 3 times per week or 4 times per week. It depends on you but just try to do it. The another thing it's like try to avoid your native language. For example, if you speak Spanish, just try to use less. Try to speak in English. Like don't be shy to speak because when you speak you are improving your fluency. And if you are in an English class, just try to speak in English. Don't speak in Spanish. And if you are with your friends, try to do it in English too. And the last one, the last tip that I have for you, there are apps, and one of them is called Hello Talk. You can talk with people from everywhere. So that's an awesome app because you can hear another accents and you have to talk. So it's perfect. And the last app that I want to recommend you today, it's called Mosalingua. You have to recover your voice, so it's perfect. And you're going to study grammar and get new vocabulary. So it's okay for your fluency. Thank you so much for being here today. See you next time. Okay, so now my friend Jubet is going to give you some tips how you can speak in public. So go ahead, Jubet.
Hi guys, this is Jubet. Thank you Luisa for your presentation and now my classmate Daisy and I will give you some tips for speaking public. Yeah, the first tip is connection. Imagine that you talk about topic, whatever topic that you guess, and your explanation are very clear. But if you don't have connection with your audience, they bore in your speech. They don't understand the things that you talk, and you, in this case, you lost your time. So maybe you think, hey, and how I make this connection? Okay, first you look 3 or 2 people in your audience, and after that you talk with your facial expressions, with your language body. This is very useful and help you a lot. Other thing that you can do is show your vulnerability. Okay, if you show your vulnerability, let know your audience that you feel nervous. Okay, take a breath, drink a glass of water, and continue with your talk. Maybe your audience encouraged you with some applauses. Or another thing that you can do is laugh with your audience. Make some jokes about your presentation and broke the ice with jokes. Remember that the humor is a way the main resistant to listen and talk. The second tip is narration. This is very, very important because when you talk, you need to have a guideline thread. And that has beginnings, middles, and ends. For this report, to start to talk about your main chapter, build tension through the curiosity or social intrigue, I don't know, and offer a little bit of detail, not a little and not a lot, the right detail about your history, and finish with a satisfying resolution, whether funny or revealing. What do you want to do with your story, with your narration? And yep, this is all. And now my classmate Daisy she will give you other tips. So start, Daisy.
Hi everybody and thank you Jubeth. So guys, I will continue with other tips for improving your public speech. Let's start. Step 1. Lead a fire called curiosity. The curiosity is a way to create a new knowledge and improve the learning. Second step. Okay guys, in this part it's necessary to have a clear concept about your speech. Step 3. Use metaphors, analogies or examples. The metaphors, analogies and examples are the key tools for the connection with your audience or the person and explain better the idea. It's like to say to the brain, do you understand this idea? If you are someone who forgets your speech, have an emotional shock or panic when you try to public speaking, I have the solution. Guys, if you forget a word, don't worry, keep calm and follow these steps. First, you have to do a pause. Second, thinking of find a synonymous for that word. 3. Have to be clear and concise. Remember, the most important in this part is give to audience the message in a clear way. Speak up and never mumble. Smile because your voice sounds more animated. Speak clear and avoid the sounds so project your voice if you don't have microphone. Speak from your chest, no throat. That is all guys, thank you for your participation and see you in the next activity.